Yo, everybody. Hey, Simon here with Aim High Photography. I got me a new twin stock. Let's get right to it. Boom. Guys, it is the Night Eagle Cage by Smallrig. This here is for my Nikon Z7ii. I already have an existing Smallrig cage, but what I like about this one here, and I'll show you guys in a second. You know what? Let me just show you guys right now. This here is the Nikon Z7ii, and if you look right here, it has a clamp right here on this. Can you guys see this? Okay, you guys see this cable right here, this HDMI cable? It's locked. It's not going anywhere. But the USB-C cable right here at the top, it's able to move. You guys see this? It's able to like jiggle. All right. This HDMI cable, it's not moving it's not moving at all. It has this clamp on it. It is locked, secure. It's not going anywhere. But I do not like this. Eventually, what's going to happen is over time, it's going to wobble out that USB-C port in the camera if I do not fix this now. So I'm switching out this cage for this particular reason, because the new Night Eagle cage, it has a lock on it for the USB-C cable. So we're going to take all of this off and yeah, switch it out, and you guys are going to see it. All right, so let's look at the new. It's back. All right, let's look at the Smallrig cage. All right, my scissors. Where are my scissors? Open this up. Open this up. Yeah. I love all of my stuff, man. It's Smallrig this, Smallrig that. Here is a top handle, and you know, for me, whenever I shoot video, I have a DJI gimbal, you know, the Pro, and I don't really record video like this. I mean, if you do, it's good because yeah, it comes with it. You can put like a GoPro here on the front, maybe a monitor here in the back, or maybe just a monitor or something like that. Other kind of accessories. They have all these little mounting points that you can, you know, put different things. You know, you can kind of customize it to your liking. So yeah, this is pretty cool. This is actually, I mean, it's nice looking. All right, so you open this up inside of here. What do you got here? Some screws. Get those out. Maybe you can open up on the other side. There we go. Yeah, you got some screws inside of here. These are probably just like mounting, just for like mounting the camera. I bet they just put it inside of here. That's kind of cool. All right, so more than likely we're gonna need these to mount the Smallrig cage to the camera. All right, let's set that off to the side. Of course, this is gonna be our, oh yeah. So this here is exactly the part that I need. It's going to lock the HDMI cable, upside down. It's going to lock the HDMI cable and the USB-C cable from moving around. So yeah, this is big. This is definitely big. All right, we'll set that off to the side also. Yeah, so this is the Smallrig, and this is a nice looking cage. I have a Nikon Z8, and I have one of these on it already. This is just a nice looking cage, guys. Look at that. That is a nice looking cage. You got your different mounting points here at the top, code shoe here, some other mounting points here, so I can do my side handle. You know, you got some over here, and a nice little slot, you know, for, you know, taking off the battery and stuff like that. This was kind of tricky. I didn't know this. So if you have one of these, all you have to do to open up the battery, you move that out like that. All right, so you can access the battery door. Okay, it's kind of hidden, you know, and you can easily overlook it. All right, so let's get the Nikon Z7ii and start taking it apart. All right, so we got it right here. I'll tell you what, we're gonna lay this off to the side. We're gonna keep this, we're gonna keep this, we're gonna keep this. Let's see if we can get a better angle. Can we come over here and get this angle here? So we're gonna take all of this off. All of this has to come off. All of this. All right, take all this, take them off my cables. HDMI, lay that off to the side. Battery for the Shinobi. Move all this out of the way. How's that angle? You know, how's that? Is that better? Is that a better shot? All right, so yeah, let's just use this. Let's just use this angle here. All right, so what is this going? USB-C cable going to the GoPro. Get that out of the way. Take off the monitor. Because we're gonna need all this. All this is gonna go back on to that new Night Eagle cage. Yeah, guys, so once again, I'm a big fan of Smallrig. Their mounts, I mean, I do a lot of different like camera, you know, rigs and stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes it'll work for a while and then I'll switch it up and then I have to take it apart, put it back together. I'm very satisfied. You know, usually when you take stuff apart on and off, you can wear stuff out. So I do not have that issue with Smallrig. You know, it's like Legos. I take them apart, put them together, take them apart, put them together. Just use different, you know, combinations and stuff like that here. And lay that off. Just throw it over there. All right. So next we got to take off. We don't need this. It's not really a big deal. I could leave it on. It's not really in the way from what I'm going to go do, but we're going to take it off. Let's look at this look at this big screwdriver I got. Oh man. So yeah, we're making a lot of progress right there. That is the bear, or almost the bear. Still got the cage on it. So we still got to take off the cage off of the camera. So we gotta, where's my little, and they come with all the tools that you need. I mean, I've got ton of Smallrig little accessory tools and stuff like that. So we're going to take off this here, this little mount here. They have like a mounting point like right, if you guys look like right there. And then they have another one here on, well, this one, actually they don't have one here, you know, so they only have 2 mounting points for this particular cage. Okay, so we're going to take off the bottom. Yeah, there's only 2. There's a side and then there's a bottom. And I mean, it's actually enough. The Nikon Z7ii doesn't weigh a whole lot, so it doesn't really need that third one. It'd be nice if it had it, but it doesn't have to have it. You know what I mean? So no big deal. Not gonna make an issue of something that really doesn't need to be an issue. All right, so we got that. So yeah, this is pretty much just the camera. All right, let me do my Vanna White. All right, so yeah. Is Vanna White, is she still on Wheel of Fortune? I know Pat Sajak is gone, but did Vanna stay? I thought she did. That'd be something. That would have been news actually if she was gone, so I'm sure she's still there. All right, so we're gonna get this. So this is kind of how it looks. Let's get that focus. Come on. Yeah. This is kind of how it's going to look with the new Night Eagle cage. I just like that little bronze, you know, or whatever, this little gold trim or whatever this little color is. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like cocoa brown. I don't know. All right, so let's just get this on. Let's get it. All right, so we need those mounting. We need to go back, remember, on our cage or our handle, we had those screws. So we're gonna take out both. B-O-A-F, both. All right, here we go. And we're gonna put it in. See that there's a slot. Let me see if y'all guys can see it right there. See that guy? Right in there. And we're just gonna start it, you know what I mean? When we feel like we got a couple threads caught. All right, and that's good. We don't need to tighten it down as of right now. All right, we don't need to tighten it down. And there's another one back here. Oh, you fail. You fail. This one's kind of tricky. It's way back there too. So it's like you gotta keep it up. We'll just do this. We'll do this, right? How about this? We'll turn it vertical. Did I get it? Yeah, we turn the camera like that. That way the screw will stay. Yeah, see, made it real easy, super easy. Now we have to put in that there on the bottom. All right, so now all we gotta do is just kind of just screw it in, give it a little torque. All right, we're good. I'm done with that. Now I'm gonna go back and do the other. All right, good enough. Do that last one. Good enough. Yeah, guys, in this particular, you guys see this little key right there? They have them on the bottom right there of the cage. So you have what you need to put this together. All right. You have what you need. We'll lay that off to the side. So now let's just go ahead and put it all back together. How do I want to set it up? Because I got the code shoe here. Do I want to leave this here like for my microphone? See how that microphone was here? Do I want to put this microphone here? Let me see. I want to make sure nothing gets in the way of it. Oh, I'm going to need another handle. This handle right here. And I might have it somewhere on maybe one of my other cameras. We'll see. See, but this one here is bigger. All right. This right here, that there is bigger than that piece right there. So I might have another handle that has this. If not, I'll just order it. All right, but that's where that would go. But we're fine. We can. There's a workaround. So right now, I'll just worry about this particular one later. All right, we won't worry about that. All right. So what we're gonna do is gonna put our monitor here on the hot shoe. There we go, like that. That's good. Now, whenever I put this on, just be careful. All right, you don't have to torque it too much. Just give it a little bit of snug. All right, it's a lightweight monitor. All right, we don't need to torque it down a whole lot. That's good enough right there. All right, so yeah, that's how that's coming together. Next, I have my GoPro, right? Guys always have a GoPro on everything. So I'm gonna put that here. I probably should put this one on first instead of the monitor because now, all right, so yeah, that's how that is. So now all I have to do is screw right inside there. Yeah, I probably should have put the monitor on, but I didn't know that was gonna be in my way. I wasn't thinking. All right, that's good right there. Okay, so yeah, look how that's coming along good. Should have enough space for the battery. So right now we will test that out to make sure there's enough room for that battery, because I want to make sure my GoPro stays in the vertical position. Oh yeah, I got enough room. I can already see I do. I can already see that I do. Was my hand in the way, y'all? Yep, my hand's in the way. Hand was in the way big time. Trying to get it. My hands ain't in the way from you guys. All right, cool. All right, so we got that on. All right, that's on, right? And I'll just kind of tuck this cable behind there. All right, got the GoPro on. And guys, I mean, we're like pretty much there already. All right. So what I have to do, I have to take off this DJI mic, right? I gotta loosen it. And guys, I'm not gonna be honest with you. I put a little bit of crazy glue, just a touch. Enough to keep it on, but enough to make it where if I need to take it off, I'm able to take it off, all right? So what I'm gonna do with my DJI mic is, that's gonna go like right here. Perfect. Yeah, so that will be kind of like the setup. And I'm honestly, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put just like a drop or two of crazy glue on it. But even when I do, I can always take it off, because all you have to do is you just wiggle it a little bit, and then it's going to break that seal and it's going to slide right off. All right, but only just use like a couple drops. All right, why am I in U1? Let's switch this right now to manual. Okay, all right, yeah, we're good. We are good. I need to see if I have another. Oh, I need to take off this here, and I probably got a new one. I probably got a new one somewhere around here, because I'm looking. Let's look. Let me have you guys. Let's see. Okay, y'all see this? This here is a Peak Design, right? I use Peak Design straps. But if you look close, let's look. You know, let's do. Where's my overhead? See that right there? See this? Y'all see that? See that yellow starting to show? Oh man, I gotta get info. There we go. Okay, y'all see that yellow? That's right there. Right there. It's starting to show. So whenever that happens, me personally, I say, it's time to replace it. This is a lightweight camera. The Z7ii, it doesn't weigh a whole lot, but still, I do not trust it. So what I'm gonna do is, actually, I'm not gonna even worry about it. I bet you I have another one around somewhere. I bet you. Guys, all this is Smallrig stuff, guys. All of this is Smallrig stuff. And here we go. I got the part I need. All right, so I'm not gonna worry about that one. I'm actually just gonna cut that off, trash it. Not gonna worry about it. So I'm gonna put this one on. Let's see, this was on, it's the right side. So I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna slip it right through here, anchor it down, twist, doop, 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 doop. All right. That's it. Do I like that? Do I like it over? Let's see if we can go under. Just see if it just looks a little different. This one here, we went, let's go this way. Let's see if that's neater. Is that a neater look? Does that look neater than the other one? I think so. Yeah, that looks neater. All right, I like that. I like that a little bit more than the other way that I did it. Okay, so yeah, we're there. We are there. Guys, look, she is coming along. Look at that setup. That is not a bad setup, guys. Let's see. Look. Guys, and this is, it just makes the camera is still the camera, right? It cannot do any more, right? It doesn't have any more capability as far as the actual camera goes. But guys, it looked like it can. It looks a little bit more, aggressive. Man, ooh-wee. Yeah, and this is a Nikon Z7ii. I gotta be careful because my Nikon Z8 has the same cage. So what I usually do on stuff like that, I may switch my cables. So this here, my Nikon Z7ii blue, all right? Z7ii blue. Y'all see how I did that? That's how I know I have the Nikon Z7ii, because it has blue cables. My Nikon Z8 UUU are a Nikon Z8 all black, like HDMI cables, USB-C, right? My Nikon Z9, which is you are my Nikon Z9, you have all red cables. So Nikon Z9, red, my Nikon Z7 II, blue, and my Nikon Z8, all black cables. That's how I kind of know, boom, right off the top of, not so much the Nikon Z9 because it's a bigger camera. It's obvious that it's the Nikon Z9, but still, I went ahead and put red cables on it, But yeah, as far as my Z7 II and my Z8, yeah, they look alike, especially now that they both have Night Eagle cages. Anyway, back to regular programming. Okay, so I gotta find another handle for the side because I still cannot put the side handle on because I don't have, but what we can do is find that, yeah, we can find, yes, this right here. We can put this on. We can put my cable lock on. All right, but what I need to do probably first is get this out of the way. So we're gonna just move this a little forward. I'm gonna put this on. Yeah. Guys, I contemplated buying this one because it was like, this was the only reason I needed it was because of that cable. Right? But yeah, I did not like having that USB-C cable loose like that. That's going to be it. That would be an issue later on down the line. Okay, so I'm going to put our HDMI in here. I just opened you up. There we go. All right. Yeah. All right. And now grab the USB-C cable, open up enough. What I was just doing, I was looking at the cables because I'm really particular on how I do things. Like I was looking at the label, right? Y'all see how it says Condor Blue? This is a Condor Blue cable, real good cable. And I was looking at the lettering, make sure that they're upright or facing maybe either the front of the camera, whichever way I choose. Okay, I want to make sure it's in there all the way. But yeah, I do not like my cables upside down, the lettering, or if the lettering faces the front, I need all the lettering to face the front. If there's facing the back, I need all of them to face the back. All right, so we got that in. Oh yeah. So now, oh yeah, that USB-C cable is not going anywhere. Yeah. So we're gonna just give it a little bit more love. Same thing with you, HDMI cable. All right, cool. And we are good to go. So all that's on there. So yeah, what I'm gonna do with this here, not that this is part of the, not that this means anything. So we're just gonna, we don't need it. But this, because this cage will fit other cameras. Right, so maybe if I just have something on the gimbal, will this fit the Nikon ZF? Did I put it on my? No, it won't fit the Nikon ZF. That's a special camera. All right, we're not going to worry about this now. I can already see that's going to be. I have to take a little bit more time to get that off. Let me see. Do I have another handle that has that on there? Otherwise, oh, I see it. I see it there on my Nikon Z8. But I would have to stop the Nikon Z8 in order to do it. But my Nikon Z8, my Nikon Z8 has a side handle that would work for this. All right, it will work for this. So you know what? I am not using that camera. We're going to say bye-bye. We're going to say bye-bye to the Nikon Z8. Right? Bye-bye, bye-bye. Because we're going to take your side handle, which is actually powering the Atomos TX, and yeah, put that handle on here and see if, and hopefully this handle will be able to go on you. All right, so let's do that now. And here we go. All right, so yeah, we got this here. This is the handle that was on the Nikon Z8. So we're gonna take this one here and put it right here in these mounting hose, and it should mount up now. All right, yeah. So that actually is going pretty good. It's working. It's working. Yeah. Look at that. 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 All right, so yeah, guys, this is cool. This is it. And what I like about it, guys, Smallrig is really good on their engineering. I don't know if they just are looking at only what I'm doing, but this is a perfect fit. Look at the space in between the battery and the Shinobi, right? Let me just see if I can give you all this. Look at that space. There's a decent amount of space in between the Smallrig battery and the Shinobi. Like, it's not in the way, it's not bumping up, anything like that. It's a good amount of distance. Perfect. Yeah, like they just knew I was going to use it for this configuration. All right, so now we got to let's get this out of the way. We've got a lot of stuff going on here. Can't move my, guys, this angle here is shot with a GoPro, using my GoPro. Let me turn on my light. I don't have my light on. This is a GoPro, my GoPro Hero 13s. Somebody asked me, why do you have so many GoPros? Why not? That was my response. Why not? All right, let's put this on here. All right, so we got that on. All right, Next thing we know, we have the DC to power the Atmos Shinobi. Atmos Shinobi 2, by the way, 1500 nits. Guys, if you need just a monitor, guys, I would buy that one time and time again. I really would. All right, so we got that. We're gonna have that come through. We're gonna, once we, this here is gonna lock this cable in for the Atmos Shinobi. All right. But we need to also run our cable for the GoPro. Oh, you know what? Let's finish locking. Let's finish locking that Smallrig, this handle. Let's lock this up. It was still wobbly. Got ahead of myself. All right. You can actually turn, now this stuff here, you can actually tighten up pretty. You can, I mean, you guys see, I'm putting some pressure on it. Do you have to? No, you don't. Do I? Obviously, I just did. Yeah, so we're gonna run this USB-C cable. Try to make it neat as possible, right? Neat as possible. So we got that there. USB-C. Do I want to run this? I might actually kind of run this blue cable kind of behind, right? Kind of behind. That's just me. I just kind of think behind black right here being in front of it. And then this here cable is the running from the camera. So I can always be charging it. All right, y'all see that? That USB-C cable powers up the camera. Or just not necessarily powers it, but just gets power from the Smallrig BB battery whenever I put it in, because it's not like the camera doesn't have a battery in it. All right, so now we can tuck this in, get this cable, and get it to clamp. There we go. Pull this out a little bit. And then this here is the DC for the Atmos Shinobi 2. So pull that out a little bit and we can plug that in right there. Boom, right? So that's how that is. All right, so we're powering up the camera. We're powering up the Atmos Shinobi. And now here is the one for the GoPro. So we come around here and I got power for the GoPro, all right? Because I do not run an actual battery in my GoPro. Not for this setup. I just use this here. So basically this Smallrig is really dedicated for the GoPro, and this right here is equivalent to the VB99 Pro is equivalent to 4 GoPro batteries. All right, yeah, because this is like 6,800 milliamp hours or something like that, and you only have like the new GoPros, are they like 1,900 or something like that? The other ones were like 1,720, but these are a little bit more, so they're like in between. Let's just say they're in between 17 and 1,900, whatever that is. So you get just about 4 GoPro batteries out of this, right? So yeah, that's why I like that. All right, minus whatever you get while you're using it to power up the Shinobi 2. All right, but anyway, it's just minor details. All right, so yeah, guys, this is it. So now we got power to the GoPro, we got power to the Atmos Shinobi. So I can turn this around. You guys will see this come on in a second. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so yeah, that is it, guys. Tell me, what do you think? Lightweight. Lightweight. Yeah, this microphone here, perfect. I gotta take this one off because this one here actually goes with the Nikon Z7ii that I just took off. So yeah, I'll take this off, put it back. Yeah, guys. But yeah, guys, that is it. What do you think, guys? What do you think about the new Nikon Z7 II? As far as how did it look before, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Old Nikon Z7 II versus the new Nikon Z7 II with the Night Eagle Cage. Guys, what do you think? What do you think, guys? Is it cool? I think so. I mean, it looks a little bit more, you know, of an aggressive camera. It's serious. But like I said, mainly that USB-C cable. I'm not worried anymore. I mean, it is locked in. I'm not worried about it wobbling out, right? I'm not worried about that cable going anywhere, right? It is tight. We are good to go. Please comment, like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next video. Send me with Aim High Photography. I'm out. Yo, yo, yo. This is cool. Nikon Z7 II. Yeah, baby.